What's a good internet? My name is attackslug and welcome back to WWE 12, the road to WrestleMania, building towards a tag team match playa at WrestleMania for control of Raw and SmackDown and the World and Heavyweight titles.
Welcome back to Monday Night Raw. We are 3 weeks away from WrestleMania, when King control of Monday Night Raw will be up for grabs.
Well, up next, Jacob Cass and Triple H are going to do battle with the WCW insurgents, Animal and Cody Rhodes.
Well, alright then. Oh, what a rush here on this fine Wednesday on the program. Welcome. What are you? Yeah, we're just kind of doing this. We're just kind of doing... Alright. Sure. The Dashing One and the Animal. Okay. Anyway, on to our news segment for the day before I get into SmackDown here. It is the fact that Jeff Jarrett, you know, that Jeff Jarrett, is now suing Anthem. So, he lost TNA. We don't know what the hell happened to his GFW. But now he's suing Anthem because Anthem was using his likeness, sure, fine, as a part of the history of the company that they have the rights to, that should be fine. But B, because they were using and profiting, okay, off of those GFW amped anthology things. And I'm like, I have serious doubts that anyone made any money off of any of that. If anything, everybody involved lost money on the ever-loving thing. So, that's funny. And if you recall, those GFW amped things that they put out were recorded, like, they filmed the matches back in, like, 2015 and didn't air until, like, last year. And when they aired them, the superstars who had been there for those GFW Impact deals, who were long gone from either brand, like, say, Bobby Roode, they re-recorded the commentary and were like, hot off of NXT, he's now jumped over to... I'm like, no, you lying liars who lie. So yeah, that whole thing was embarrassing. And the fact that Jeff Jarrett thinks that made Impact, Anthem any money and is not going to sue them for that is... Jeff Jarrett is out of his damn mind. What else is new? So, apparently being in the Hall of Fame didn't get him any higher booking fees, and now he needs more money from somewhere else, so he's suing Anthem, who I guess he thinks has the money to get sued for. Anyway, there is that. Rumor that Sin Cara is injured again. And I'm like, man, that mask is cursed. That mask is cursed, and it's a shame, because I did enjoy Sin Cara and Almas on those matches that they had on SmackDown and on the kickoff show. Those were good matches. Those were fun. I liked them. So, damn shame. Anyway, I guess to follow up on all that 2K showcase stuff from yesterday, not really enough to kind of go into its whole own video for, like, it's not that significant. Like, oh, they brought back showcase. Good, fine, fantastic, right? But, oh, what is this? Crossbody from the game, and now I'm the Triple H. So, the one thing that I think is perhaps the most significant from this Daniel Bryan showcase is the fact that I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be doing this if he was not re-signing a contract at the end of the month. Cody, a tappa.
What an outing for Jacob Cass in the game.
You know, if that happens in 3 weeks, Michael, we'll never have to worry about Kevin Nash again.
Wouldn't that be nice? With 2 weeks left until WrestleMania, General Manager Triple H wants to use every moment to prepare his partner Jacob Cass for the biggest match of his life.
It's not just the biggest match of his life, but the biggest match in WWE history. Last week, Cass and the game were able to defeat Animal and Cody Rhodes. So tonight, Triple H wants to see how Jacob does one-on-one against the World Heavyweight Champion.
And somehow his title's on the line at WrestleMania in a tag team match, even though he's not in that match. That makes zero freaking sense, man. Zero freaking sense. Anyway, yeah, so my assumption at this point is that we haven't heard any news of Bryan actually re-signing a deal. But if he's in the showcase, I'd say that's probably a pretty good sign that he's going to re-sign. However, not confirmed. However, not the first time. It wouldn't be the first time. that somebody who's in a showcase is no longer in the company 2K15 CM Punk. Just saying. It's happened before. So if they can't come to terms on a new deal as of the 1st of September, Bryan could still be out of there. So I guess it's going to be real interesting to see how things play out at SummerSlam between D-Bry and The Miz. So I guess that leads on to... Actually, no. Before I get into SmackDown, there was one thing from Raw I thought was done totally wrong, and that was the Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar situation. Because it would have been 100% more intriguing, more interesting, more drama had you ended that segment with Roman just reading the paper, looking really confused after Paul Heyman spoke in Samoan, looking really confused, and then that's the end of the segment. Because then, for SummerSlam, you're like, oh man, what's going to happen? Is what's on that paper so significant that Roman might side with Paul Heyman? Like, the mystery, the intrigue would be way better than Paul Heyman has some pepper spray and then out comes Brock. It was a ruse all along. Like, that's way less interesting because now it's just, alright, one more time, we're going to have Brock and Roman with the same type of thing we've had the past couple of times. They've done that. Like, that's way less interesting as it would have been if you had ended it with him looking confused and reading the paper. That would have been way better. Like, you didn't even need Brock there. It's just, oh man, what's going to happen in SummerSlam? Whose side is he on? That kind of thing. Would have been way better. But no, that's not what we got. So, anyway, SmackDown, kind of a lackluster week for SmackDown. Kind of, I feel like they don't try as hard as they used to. Considering pay-per-views are no longer $60, it's like, alright, we don't have to try as hard to get you to spend the money because it's only $10 a month for the network. And so, yeah, it's kind of a lackluster show. I did enjoy the several video packages with Bryan and Miz. Those were excellent. To have kind of, hey, here's your whole highlight of the past 8 years of this feud. Like, they were kind of, they could obviously do more there, but what they did was pretty good. And, how about that? Embracing the history between two guys to sell a feud works way better than not actually acknowledging things people said a month ago. Braun, not trying to even cash in your briefcase on Raw. Braun, Brock was there. Braun. Come on now. Come on. Anyway, I do like Carmella ignoring Byron Saxton as her gimmick on commentary. That's fun. Just commit more to it. Just never, ever respond to Byron on commentary. Would be way funnier. Instead of starting with that, being like, I hear a buzz, and then eventually being like, shut up, Byron. Like, just don't ever acknowledge him on commentary. That's a pretty good heel gimmick, and I like that a lot. So, there was that bit of weirdness. Haha, kick you in the gut. What else? Okay, so the Bludgeons beat some Jobbers, and then the New Day beat Sanity, and they didn't interact at all, which is fine, but also just kind of boring, and stop having Sanity lose matches. Like, you want them to be a scary, dominant force, don't make them into the Wyatt Family 2.0. What are you doing? Seriously. Plus, again, this year's NXT call-ups just kind of dropping the ball on a lot of that stuff, right? So, there was that. Speaking of falling flat, though, man, that main event thing, right, with AJ and Joe, who read a letter that ended up being from AJ's wife, which, like, I can see where the idea there is solid, right? I can see what they were going for. It just didn't really land at all, and just kind of ended the show very awkwardly, and was kind of, I'm like, oh, that was it? Really? That's all we're gonna get? Really? And, again, I can't pin him. I can't pin him. I'm just gonna drag the big show. So, again, I like the fact that they've generally kept those two apart for this feud so far. Because I still believe you want folks to tune into your pay-per-view, so don't give them the stuff on free TV. I still firmly believe that. But this segment being your go-home segment for this match, it really just fell flat. And in general, SmackDown this week, like, between Raw and SmackDown, I don't feel like, alright, I have to watch SummerSlam. I'm like, well, I'll watch it because I'll obviously watch it. But I'm not hype for that, 90-hour show of SummerSlam. It's gonna be long. 2-hour pre-show, plus like 7 p.m. to 11:30 on the current schedule. It's like, yeah, okay, I'll watch it. Obviously, I will, but I'm not hyped for it. And that's kind of the job of your TV show, is to get me hyped for it. And there we go. Triangle on the biggest of shows. Oh! His freaking neck. Man. Big Show crash. Break the hold. Break the hold. No. DQ. DQ.
Cass won the match, but Big Show may have prevented him from making it to WrestleMania.
I think he'll be fine.
Very survival.
And one last thing before I get out of here. Amid all of this Randy Orton controversy and everything else, and everything that's starting to kind of catch on in a more mainstream news thing, you chose this week to have Randy Orton look extra creepy? And you think he's going to get punished in some way for what he did back then? Come on now. It's Randy Orton. Anyway, I'm attackslug. Thanks for watching. More videos every freaking day. I'll see you next time, right here on this channel. And I'm out.